Stay there, I'll go back a different way. No. Hi, Warhawk Defense here today. We're out here on the range this afternoon to talk about something that I see a little bit of on YouTube, not a lot, but I do get asked from time to time, since one of the things Warhawk Defense does is teach concealed carry. I do get asked about carrying a gun in your car, and then the whole subject of trunk guns or truck guns, or how do you keep the gun in your car if you can't take it into your place of work, and how do you hide a gun in your car? Those kind of things come up, and when we have class, sometimes people will say, well, what if it's an end of the world scenario and you're just trying to get home, the famous I just got to get home, there's a riot in progress, the zombies have suddenly attacked, and I just need to be able to get home to my family. I need some more firepower than, say, maybe your standard concealed carry gun might give you. You might need a little more firepower. What if I come upon a riot? What if I come upon a problem and I've got to abandon my car and hike for home? I might need some basic stuff. Well, a lot of people, of course, carry a pocket knife day to day. Might be nice to have a flashlight in your car. Might be nice to have some food. And of course, what about a gun? So today we want to talk about some of those things and maybe show what's possible. Now, when you're talking about a long gun in your car, a long gun is nice to have because obviously a long gun is going to be able to give you more accuracy than a short gun. Now, this is a Taurus 24/7, and it's 45 ACP, holds 10 rounds, and it is not loaded. There's nothing, nothing up my sleeve, so to speak. But this might be great for a few bad guys, but what if you're really needing to shoot your way out of something serious? Well, then you may want to have something a little more with a little more firepower. And so people will say, I need a trunk gun, a truck gun, or something like that. So today we're going to look at something. Now, I don't have a car. I drive the wife's old minivan. And actually I have it's not a car seat, it's a booster seat, but it's for the grandkids. I'm way too old to have my own kids anymore. They're all grown, but it's for the grandkids. But I don't have a car, so I don't have a trunk. Well, I do have some space in the back right here, and of course I can carry a gun back here in a case. And if I have to stop and get out the long gun and shoot my way out, well, I can do that. It's right here. This particular gun happens to be, and of course a lot of people will say, you've heard people say from time to time, probably on the internet, that you want an inexpensive gun because it might get stolen out of your car, it might rust, it might get knocked around. So what I've got is a high point. And this is in 45 ACP. This is the high point carbine. And this one, I've got a couple extra mags right here. Got one that can go in here. And I carry a couple extra mags in the box. So let's pull at least one of those mags out in case we want to shoot the thing. So there you go. So were I to be on my way home, and I drive about 30 miles to work, were I to be on my way home and there was a riot going on, And you know, that's not too far-fetched actually, because if you lived in Missouri, and you know, I'm not all that far from Missouri. I don't live in Missouri, but I'm not that far from it. And they had riots going on. And what if that riot got more widespread? What if you were in the Los Angeles riots during the 60s? They had huge riots during the 60s in Los Angeles. And, you know, what if you got caught in that and you were in a place you didn't want to be and probably shouldn't be, but you got stuck there? You know, you might need something to get out of that. Now, that used to sound some kind of far-fetched, but to me nowadays, with politics that are going on at our national level, that doesn't seem so far. You know, so it doesn't sound so odd. Sounds a little prepperish, but and I'm not a prepper, but it sounds a little prepperish. But our government is definitely overbearing. Our government is definitely pushing the average person. So anyway, what we've got here is the high point, and this is nice. It'll reach out further, give you more accuracy. This one's got a red dot on it, and it's got the regular sights, and the regular sights co-witness with the red dot, so it makes it a little you know, a little more accurate. And with a little longer barrel, it hits a little harder. So 45 hitting harder sounds like a good thing to me. The drawback is, of course, it's only a 9-round magazine, but you carry a couple of extras and a couple in the bag, and or in the shooting you know, case. You should be able to fight your way out of most things. This one also has a flashlight on it. So let's turn this around then and say that, you know, we got stuck, and we had to start hiking for home, and we ran into trouble, and we'll see how that works. So we're going to reset up here, give that a try. We'll be right back. Crap, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Oh crap. Gonna have to walk, I guess. Gonna have to try to get home. Alrighty, that's the way it is. Okay. Looks like I'm stuck. I'm on my way home. Had to divert from the zombie apocalypse. I had to get diverted into this field. Now I'm stuck. No place to go, so I'm gonna have to walk. It's about 10 miles to the house. So what I'm gonna do is make sure I've got all my gear. And I do have, let's see, let's check. I do have my car bag. Got some extra ammo in here. Let's see, what else? I got my flashlight, tactical flashlight. Got my pocket knife. Alrighty, so looks like I got all this stuff. Got my concealed gun. Of course, I'm always carrying concealed, so I got that. Let's put this on. Now, alright, I'm not going to have to get the trunk gun. Okay, now I've got the gun out of the trunk, and I'm ready to meet up with any emergencies. 10 miles to go. This should be able to get me home. We'll have to see. Doesn't look very friendly. I don't think I've been in this area before, but since I had to divert off my normal route, but we'll make the best of it. Home's that direction, so here we go. We're gonna take off. Gosh, I wish I had a better sling for this, though. That crappy sling that came with it just wasn't big enough. I'm gonna have to go to Zahal Arms or something, order me up a much better sling for this. I never Thought I was going to have to pack it, but oh well. Anyway, here we go. Hope we can make it. Guess I'll just have to leave the vehicle here. Well, in case I run into any trouble, I'm going to rack around in here just in case. Alright, we're loaded up. I put the safety on though, in case I trip and fall. Alright, here we go. Hey, stay right there. Hey, I don't want any trouble. I don't want any trouble now, man. Hey, you know what? Oh no, I'll leave you alone. You leave me alone, okay? I don't want any trouble. Yes, this is a gun. Yes, and it will shoot. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think you better leave me alone right now. I'm just trying to get home. Nope, you can't have my stuff. You can't have my gun. Back off. I'm telling you right now, back off. I'll go around a different way. What? Stay there. I said stay there. Don't come any closer. Don't come any closer now. I mean it. Stay there. Stay there. I'll go back a different way. No. Leave me alone. I don't want any trouble. They're down. They're down. I don't think they're getting back up. I'm going to go around a different way now. Cut through the woods over there and come back around in case they got any friends. Oh, they do. Fred, get back. Get back, get back. Okay. Well, there was some bad guys that didn't want to let me get home. They wanted to rob me, take all my stuff, especially my gun. And, you know, I ripped off a couple of shots, and there's one low down there. There's another one down there that's kind of low, down there on the bottom. But for the most part, they're pretty good. And when I got a chance to take a nice aim shot in the head, this high point is actually pretty darn accurate. And you know, the nice thing about it is I didn't feel any recoil. I mean, it's like pop, 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 you know. It's not a problem at all. Recoil wise, this baby shoots like a dream. You just don't feel recoil with it. So let's talk about some of this a little bit. You know, was this scenario good or not? Let's pause, reset, and we'll talk about it a little bit. Okay, we're down here in front of the targets to try to get out of the wind a little bit. A little bit of a breeze blowing up from behind us, a little bit of a south wind blowing up. The gun is empty. The slide is locked open, and we'll take the mag out, so it is empty. But let's talk about this scenario a little bit. Of course, it's fantasy, you know. Everybody's watching too much Walking Dead, including me. I like The Walking Dead, but you know, bad things can happen. I just finished reading a book about World War II, and you know, people who lived in Europe during World War II, my gosh, the entire continent was totally torn up, and with millions and millions of displaced people. And you know, who's to say that can't happen again? After the American Civil War, the southern United States, very disrupted, you know, and who's to say that this kind of history won't repeat itself? So, you know, I'm not telling you that anything you don't already know if you think about it. These scenarios are probably not going to happen, but what if they do? It'd be nice to think about it a little bit and maybe have some means to, you know, to do something about it. So, you know, really the scenario, we got stuck. We had to divert because of a a problem, an issue, a zombie apocalypse, a riot, a, you know, civil war, rebellion, who knows, could be anything. And we had to walk home, abandon the car and walk home. And to do that safely in a time of some kind of anarchy, we had a gun with us. And these bad guys behind me decided that they would like to take my gun because they didn't have one, or maybe they just wanted another one. And you just simply can't let that happen. You can't let yourself become disarmed. So I took the appropriate action, and I took some shots at them. And fortunately, since this is a 45 and it's got, I turned on the red dot, and I actually, in the broad daylight like this, I really didn't even need it, because this gun actually has pretty nice sights, just the peep. And once I got them up in my sights, you know, punching holes in them, especially in the head and in the body, didn't seem to be too much trouble. You know, I was able to punch some pretty good holes in them. I did have one down here low. But when you're shooting, you're excited, you're confronted, you're adrenaline hype, you know, that's going to happen. But this gun does definitely give you the ability to be extremely accurate for a $270 gun. I think that's what I paid for this. But great gun for this kind of stuff, fun gun to shoot. Anybody can shoot it. It does not recoil. 45 ACP, you don't even feel it. You know, anyone could shoot this. So I think that what this tells us is that we should be prepared for this. Do you need to carry a gun in your trunk every single day? Maybe not. But if you read on the news that things are going to hell in a hurry, you read on the news that there's rioting in your area, that there's problems in your town, that the National Guard's been put on alert, that you've been involved in a tornado and there's looters, you've been involved in some kind of a flood, you know, Katrina, and there's looters, you know, it'd be nice to have something. So anyway, I'm not recommending any particular kind of gun. I'm just saying it's a good thing to think about, and there are some guns that lend themselves to this, and other guns that don't. But this High Point is one that does. And I picked this one because one of my carry guns is 45, and that way I only have to carry one kind of ammo. But anyway, I hoped that it was interesting and provoked some thought. So, and if that's the case, then we're meeting our goals. So, anyway, we'll see you later.